right, guys, it is Saturday night again. It is 80 degrees outside, and my mind is in full Halloween mode. If you take a look behind me, you can kind of see where everything's sort of in a shambles down here. I've been getting ready to switch everything over down here and turn everything into a Halloween theme for the upcoming Halloween season of Saturday Night Snack and a Movie. And even though it is summertime, being that this is the last Saturday in July, it's my final chance to do this. Tonight, we are having Christmas in July. If you can't tell by what's going on the screen behind me, guys, tonight we are watching Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I even pulled out my very own Turbo Man back there. That's right, I have one. Check this guy out. 12-inch talking Turbo Man. Crap, I thought there was a way that we could push a button and hear him say, "It's turbo time!" But there's not. That guy is so cool. But yes, I thought that before we plunge headfirst into Halloween for 3 months, we should do one Christmas movie for Christmas in July. Now, granted, Jingle All the Way is not the very best Christmas movie ever. However, there is that scene where they're in the mall and they jump into the ball pit to get the numbered ball to see who will win a chance at getting a Turbo Man doll. Every time I think about tonight's snack, which I've wanted to make for quite a while, I think about that scene because we are using mini TRIX cereal tonight, and it looks like little multicolored balls like in a ball pit. So set up your Christmas tree, put on some footy pajamas, and come with me upstairs while we make our awesome snack for our Christmas in July Saturday night snack and a movie. Okay, this ought to be fun. I've been waiting to make these for quite some time now. You only need 3 ingredients, so we're going to use the TRIX Minis cereal. We got some Land O'Lakes butter, and we have a bag of jet puffed marshmallows. Now, usually when you make Rice Krispie treats, you use the small ones. We're going to use the regular size marshmallows this time. We're going to need a big, whatever you call this thing. We're going to need a cookie sheet. You could use a casserole dish for this, but this is a little bit bigger, and it has this nice big lip on it here. So I think we'll be able to smash them out on there and get some good treats. We're going to use some olive oil to spray on there so they don't stick. We're going to need a wooden spoon to do our stirring with. This is super easy. If you've ever made Rice Krispie treats, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter. And this is a 16-ounce bag of the Jet Puff marshmallows. We're going to use 12 ounces. We're not going to measure it out. We're just going to use about 3/4 of the bag. And then we need 6 cups of the TRIX Minis. So I went ahead and cut our butter right at the 3 tablespoon line there. And that's going to go in our big pot first. Going to go ahead and put about 3/4 of the bag of these marshmallows in this bowl right here. Okay, that was easier said than done. Break these up a little bit. We got the rest in a little Ziploc here. We'll put those away for something else. Set those over here so they're ready. You guys know I like to get everything ready before we actually start. That way it's boom, boom, boom. So I've had these TRIX for quite some time. They actually expired January of this year. But I don't even care because these things smell absolutely delicious. And let's see. Yeah, they're fine. So we need 6 cups of those. Put them right in this bowl here. And that took about 3/4 of that box. There's enough in there for a bowl of cereal yet. And we're going to set those over here because once the butter melts and then the marshmallows melt, then we need to mix this in right away. We also need to have this prepared though because when all that stuff is mixed in, we need to put it all in here and smash it on down. So we'll spray a little bit of olive oil on there and then we'll wipe that around with a paper towel. And make sure you get that lip really good. You don't want these sticking anywhere on the pan. All right, let's turn that on. There. Let that butter melt for a minute. All right, that is just about melted. Let's go ahead and get our marshmallows in there. And you gotta be prepared because this stuff will melt fast. Yeah, see, that's already starting to melt really good. You don't want it to stick to the sides of the pan either, so just hover over it here. Make sure you keep mixing. Give it a minute to melt a little bit more, and then mix it up a little bit more. Coming along, almost ready. So that creates almost like a cream, like a marshmallow cream in there. It's almost 100% melted. We're gonna go ahead and add these in. Start mixing those up. Easiest way is to just keep folding it over itself like this. That looks pretty good right there. Let's shut it off. Bring it over. And then we're going to put that right on our pan here. Smooth that down. That's easier said than done. In fact, we're going to take a piece of parchment paper, put it right over top of that, and use our hands to smash it into place. That worked out pretty good, but you can get your hands wet and push it in there if you need to. And these are hot, just remember that. Okay, that's good enough. And now we just let those sit out and cool, which you can put them in the fridge if you want to. I think I'll actually do that just to speed up the process. When that's done, you cut those into squares, and there you go. Okay, so these have been in here cooling for about an hour now, if I can get them out of there. Yikers. So those are in there pretty dang good. I gotta run a spatula around the outer edge now and see if I can cut those and pull them out. Okay, yeah, so those are pretty tough to cut through with a spatula, but I will say, as I cut through them, they did come out pretty easily. Look at that. So you definitely do need to use that oil on the pan, because otherwise these would be sticking really, really bad. So we'll just put a couple of these on this plate for right now so you can see how they turned out. They did turn out pretty dang good. They're a little bit sticky, but they did turn out exactly how I expected they would. Look at that. I love how colorful those are. All right, let's go ahead and take a taste of one of these. That tastes like Fruity Pebbles. So good. All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna cut the rest of these. All right, that'll do for now. I got a whole stack of them here on this plate. I'm going downstairs to watch Jingle All the Way, to have a Christmas in July Saturday night snack and a movie. Stay tuned, guys, because next up is a plethora of Halloween.